Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely dismantle everything you thought you knew about getting people to respect you. We're breaking down insights from highly successful entrepreneurs and creators like Leila Hormozi, Natalie Dawson, and Simi Garaya. So if you've been feeling overlooked, talked over, or frankly, just treated like a doormat, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're mapping out the concrete, highly visual architecture of respect. Let's get into it.
All right, let's dive right into this high-contrast reality we've got here. The absolute biggest lie you've ever been told is that respect is something you earn from others. I mean, we're taught to be nice, to work hard, and eventually the world's just going to hand us a medal of respect, right? Well, as Leila Hormozi points out, you do not earn respect. It's actually a standard you have to first set and maintain internally. People respecting you is really just a lagging indicator of you respecting yourself. If you're walking into a room begging and pleading for validation, yeah, you've already lost.
I love this quote. It brilliantly illustrates a core observation from Hormozi. Think about it. Trying to earn respect by tolerating disrespect is exactly like trying to get healthy by eating cake. If you tolerate bad behavior just to win someone's approval or to prove your worth to a toxic boss or cheating partner, you are literally training people to walk all over you. And you're destroying your own self-worth in the process. You're essentially helping your body just won't notice all the junk food. It doesn't work. Tolerating disrespect is the exact mechanism that strips you of your power.
Section 1. Choosing respected over liked.
Take a look at this donut chart. See that massive slice taking up almost everything? That is the insane emotional cost of people-pleasing. Dawson highlights that prioritizing being liked means you constantly compromise your own values. She actually shares a story of being the sober one hanging out at college parties she didn't even want to be at, just wasting all her time trying to get people to think she was cool. You end up spending all your energy just keeping the peace, leaving this tiny, barely there sliver for your own actual values. So, to fix this, you really have to ask yourself a tough question. Seriously, do you like who you are when you're around them? Because if a person or an environment makes it harder to behave like the person you actually want to be, they are simply too expensive to keep in your life. It honestly doesn't matter how charming, connected, or important they are. We have to start measuring people by what they cost us emotionally and ethically, not just by what they say.
Section 2. Self-respect is a system. Let's look at the exact blueprint here, because there are 4 specific steps you need to systematize respect. Step 1. Keep your word to yourself. If you don't keep your own word, you really can't complain when others don't either, right? Step 2. Leave bad environments. You don't beg the environment to change, you just walk away. Step 3. Choose temporary discomfort over abandoning your values. And step 4. Speak truthfully without emotional outbursts. You must act in alignment with the results you want rather than just reacting out of unmanaged, short-term discomfort.
And, well, here is the stark reality we all have to face. Every single time you betray yourself, you lose self-respect. Every broken promise to yourself literally shows the world how to treat you. How people treat you is merely a lagging indicator of how well you execute this daily system on yourself. It starts inside, 1 rep at a time. It's exactly like going to the gym.
Section 3. Building the boundary fence. Simi Garaya uses this incredibly poignant, vivid metaphor to explain things. As you can see, you can't build an open house in a jungle full of lions and expect not to get bitten. The world naturally has predators. You cannot just be a nice, open house without any security and then act completely shocked when someone takes advantage of you. The lions in the jungle aren't going to change their nature just because you're a good person. It is entirely your responsibility to secure the perimeter.
You've got to protect your house. It's that simple. You need hard boundaries that act like a tripwire, instantly alerting you to step back the very second someone pushes too far. And the best part? You don't even need to announce these boundaries to the world, you just sit back and watch. The second those alarms go off, you step back, you make sure you are safe, and you walk away without needing to justify it to anyone.
To make this highly visual and tangible, Natalie Dawson actually recommends writing out a 2-column list, just like the table you're seeing here. On the left side, put your absolute hard no's, the behaviors you will not tolerate under any circumstances whatsoever. Then, on the right side, list the highest standards you expect from the people in your life. If the people currently surrounding you are constantly violating the left column and look absolutely nothing like the right column, it is time to enforce those boundaries and let them go. Dawson promises that when you remove those who invalidate you, your life is going to springboard forward.
Section 4. Consequences over conversations.
You know, we're taught from a young age to use our words, right? But highly powerful people don't argue.
They don't resort to what's labeled here as emotional vomiting to prove a point. Instead, they utilize calm, decisive action. Sure, emotional outbursts might feel really satisfying in the short term, but they teach people absolutely nothing. Mastering your emotions and acting decisively, that is the ultimate power move.
Check out this visual timeline. Leila Hormozi maps out the exact anatomy of handling toxicity on a very strict schedule. Point 1, the disrespect happens. Point 2, and this is instant, absolute silence. You don't scream for them to change. Point 3, you calmly remove yourself from the room. And finally, point 4, you enact the consequence moving forward. Maybe that's demoting someone, maybe it's taking a project away, or maybe it's leaving a relationship entirely.
Mastering your emotions and choosing silence really proves that respect is taught entirely by what you accept, not by what you desperately try to explain. You will literally never see a confident, highly respected person begging to be valued. They've already decided their worth long before they even walked into the room. If that worth isn't met, they don't fight, they just leave.
Section 5. Master your craft. Moving on to competence, Dawson has a very specific number in mind, 18. She advises picking one single skill to master and dedicating a solid 18 months to it until you produce undeniable physical results in the real world. Don't try to be just decent at a dozen things. Commit to those 18 months of deep, focused execution.
Look at this bar chart here. See that massive discrepancy in output? Whether it's skyrocketing a company's social media stats, like Dawson's specialized team did, or running an incredibly efficient household, having concrete data and results to point to completely eliminates the need to ask for authority. An average generalist just hopes for respect based on their job title, but a master commands it through undeniable output.
Ultimately, you don't just get respect for being nice, you get it from making things better. Your consistency and execution have to bring actual measurable value to the table, because competence is quite literally the loudest boundary of all. The easiest, most straightforward way to get respect is to just be unignorably great at something. So, as we wrap up this explainer today, I really want to leave you with a provocative thought to challenge how you show up in your own life, starting right now. Look around at your workplace, your relationships, your home. Seriously, is your environment actually better because you are in it? If it isn't, I promise you, no amount of arguing will win you the respect you crave. Stop complaining, build your internal systems, enforce your boundaries, and start making things undeniably better.